We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Jones on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mike spot 9.
Throwing again. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
The 16-yard line.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 20-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Jones now on 3rd and 2. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Giants. Dante Pettis, 77 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
52's the mic right now. 52's the mic.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Oh, 3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return is Pettis. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He got his man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 46 yards on the ground. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
On the handoff.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off on a safety, Jarquiski Tart. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's got room. And down inside the 15 he goes. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
11-yard line.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Yeah, the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now Jones. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And this offense is running away with this one. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he comes back with one complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Silver. 50.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Tampa Bay. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
The 2-yard line.
Ready? 70, watch the run.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Giants' 2-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after you...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Giants 41, Buccaneers nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was,
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Chris Godwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to get a score back. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on it.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Intended.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier. He was brought down by Shaq Barrett. That's a gain of 3.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... He's got him in. Complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll buy some time right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Dancing to his left. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Sanders' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a capper there to a pretty good 1st half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A throw out wide here, caught by Pettis. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half. Barkley. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick it up. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Drop deep, drop deep.
Again, it's Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end.
And my goodness, another interception. Julian Love picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Jones gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The pass.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Is the game certainly not taking us there?
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
It's Barkley on the counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. This is Barkley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
Now Barkley stripped of the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.